Oh no! What do we have over here coming up this week? Browns versus Steelers. Is everybody ready? Woo, woo, woo. What's up, everybody? This is our weekly Browns talk show. My name is Rob Coleman, and my partners in crime, I guess, are going to be in here in a minute. But man, what a week! How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling, Browns fans? We had a real up and down week last week, didn't we? After that Cardinals game, we were like, you know, this team ain't going nowhere. This team can't beat nobody. And then after we played Denver, it was like, yeah, Super Bowl. We had a hell of a roller coaster this ride this week. I mean, what do you guys think? Hit me up in the comments. My partners ain't here yet, so if anybody wants to join the show, send me a quick message. I'll send you the link. You can always join the show. We could talk about it. But let's get these last couple of games out of the way first. First of all, what the hell happened in that Cardinals game, right? I didn't expect the Browns was going to win that game, but I ain't expected they was going to lose that bad. I mean, they did score a couple of touchdowns, but man, Browns look like they don't even belong on the same field with an elite team. I mean, the Cardinals, I guess, can be considered like an upper echelon team. I mean, undefeated record or whatever. And the Browns are not supposed to do good, I guess, against a team like that because we really just coming into our own. But man, we didn't show up at all. I mean, and then Baker got hurt, and then everybody just looked like really bad. You know what I mean? So I don't want to focus on that game too much, but man, I mean, Odell, had another lackluster game. Let's take a look at it just real quick here. As far as the stats go, you can see here, Baker Mayfield still threw for 2 touchdowns, still had a pretty good quarterback rating. Kareem Hunt was the guy we had to depend on because, we had our boy out. But, just lackluster. You know what I mean? Peoples-Jones had 100 yards receiving on 4 receptions, but, man, nobody else really showed up. Odell had a couple of catches, but I think he may have had more drops than catches. You know what I'm saying? So which team is going to show up against the Steelers? Is it going to be this Browns team or is it going to be this Browns team? That's right. This is our stuff that we did against Denver. And let me just say right now, shots out to Case Keenum. Thank you, brother. Thank you for filling in the gap, man. We appreciate it. Get ready, because we may need you again this week, brother. We're gonna need you again, Case. I hope you stretching. I hope you reading the playbooks. I hope you oiling up the knees. I hope you're ready to go. And let's give a huge shout out to Ernest, man. What's up with this brother? This brother ran wild. 146 yards. I hope you had him on your fantasy team because this brother went bananas last week. And that's what I was hoping to see. When everybody talk about sports teams, everybody talk about they have this philosophy of next man up, right? Somebody gets hurt, the next man up. But with the Browns, it was like, the next man up. We don't even know who the hell that is. But Ernest Johnson made everybody learn his name last week. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm not sure if we're going to have, our 2-headed monster back this week. But, man, I feel pretty confident that Ernest can step right on in and get things done. And then Case, man, I mean, I was really happy with Case. Case that wasn't asked. Here's what they did. They didn't ask him to do too much, right? They didn't ask him to throw bombs. They didn't ask him to throw long post routes or run the ball out of the pocket. They didn't ask him to do too much. And that's what they need to do for Baker. They need to simplify the game for the brother. Stop asking him to do rollouts and play actions and all of that crap. Simplify the game for the brother so that he could play, especially with now that he got a hurt shoulder. So, let's see what we do against Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh, they started out pretty bad, right? We was like, oh, okay, they're going to be at the bottom of the league. They the joke of the league. But, man, look at their record here. I mean, they started out pretty bad. They beat Buffalo, and they went on a nice little losing streak, but they beat Denver, and they beat Seattle. And now they're coming off a bye week against us. So what are we going to do, y'all? I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think we going to do? I mean, give me a couple of comments and let y'all think we're going to do. I mean, I got confidence in my Browns, man. I think they're going to figure out a way to pull it out. You know what I mean? We know now that if somebody gets hurt and our backups need to come in, we know that they're going to hold it down for us. But, man, are you worried? Are you feeling good about it? we got one of my boys coming in here now. Hold on, let me see if we can add him to the stream. There he is.
Hey man,
Hey, what's up, Sleep? How are you?
good man. I was starting early for next week's service.
There you go. I was just going over with the fans and everybody that's watching. What you thought about the last couple of games, man? I know we were really disappointed in that Cardinals game because I didn't expect that they were going to win that game, but I didn't expect they were going to lose that bad. But
Hmm.
then they showed us a different side of themselves, like uh, uh, what's the scientist that turned into Jekyll and Hyde? Um,
Right,
like Mr. Hyde showed up and beat the hell out of Denver on Thursday.
right,
So which one is the real Browns? Will the real Browns please stand up?
right. I hope. It seems like every time we get into a controversy, can you hear me good on the
Yeah, yeah,
radio?
you
Okay,
could.
good. Seems like every time we get into a controversy, the Browns do well. So I think when they focus, they can do really, really good things, man. So I mean, even Johnson came out. Everybody in Cleveland knew what Johnson was going to do as far as a running back.
I didn't.
The league, you
I
really
had
didn't?
no clue he was that good.
The man, he's been a monster. He just hadn't had his opportunity. But every time he's gotten a chance to play, whether it was preseason or when he went in against Dallas, when we played against Dallas, that and we smashed them, he played in that
Right.
game. He's done well.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I was super impressed. The kid run hard. He had a nose for the goal line. And those
Hmm.
first downs. Oh my God. Dude, we was looking at it at shout out to Cousins in Indian Hills, man. We had a little Browns watch party there with me and a bunch of my boys. And
Mm,
man, there was a third down at the end of the game where they needed to get the first down to end the game, right?
hmm.
He gets the first down and then they call a penalty and call it back. They give it to him again and he still get the first down.
Yeah, he got more
I'm
yards
like,
the second time. He got like 12 yards on that
I'm
second
like,
round.
where was this kid when we was up by 1 point against San Diego and needed to
Yeah,
run the clock out?
yeah,
Where were
yeah.
these plays?
Right. He was
Like,
hungry. He just got himself a contract. I think he made it available for when it's time. They're not about to trade him right now. They're not, but they'll be stupid to do that because we got two
that
running
kid might
backs
be
that's not
something.
100%. But
That kid about to-
it does make. I think we can get for not Chubb, but for
Hunt?
yeah. I think it makes Hunt expendable, and I think we can
What?
get some good pieces for Hunt, and then we can replace Hunt. Yeah,
Hunt is from here. No, man. I want Hunt to retire here.
yeah,
I
but we
want
can't
Hunt to
afford.
be
We
I
can't
want Hunt to
afford
be the new Josh Cribbs.
that would be sweet.
I want him to get a TV show and I wanted to be running into him at Hot Sauce Williams and
Right,
I was like, hey, wait a minute.
right, and run into his crazy wife.
Hey, shout out to
Right, right.
Juanita. What's her
I
name?
think it's Juanita. Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to her, man. She's beautiful
she.
girl, man.
You know what? She is so funny too, man. I be watching. I be like, I can't believe she is like so non. She does not. She doesn't bite her tongue on nothing. She
Dude,
whatever she
she make
feels.
that show. Have you watched that show, Cribs?
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude, she make the show, man. She's hilarious.
yeah, she's good.
And Josh, you good too.
Yeah,
If I see you out, don't mug me or no,
right.
craziness like that.
Mhm.
But what we gonna do this week, man? I mean, we had a real down against the Cardinals. We had a huge up against Denver. What we gonna do this week, man, against these Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think we gonna win. I'm concerned. Okay, so the elephant in the room about Baker playing this week.
Ah,
That's the elephant in the room.
the
So
elephant, the doctor in the room,
yeah,
the orthopedic surgeon in the room.
that's funny. You're right. I really wish that because I believe we could beat the Steelers with Case Keenum this week. I think if Case Keenum played, we could beat the Steelers this week,
Oh, dude,
and that would
Case-
give Baker at least an extra week to heal on that arm. So, but if he say he ready, the doctors say he
dude.
ready, the Browns say he ready. What we gonna say?
Hey, listen, I saw a really good article somebody posted about the injury that Baker has. The injury that Baker has, you got to have surgery, right? The one of the injuries you got to have surgery. One you can kind of let heal, but one of them you got to have surgery. I think the fracture you got to have surgery, and you need like 4 to 6 months or something like that.
Mhm.
They said in order for Baker to be ready for next year and that injury to be healed, he would have to have surgery around like January or February. right?
Hmm.
For him to be ready for camp. So if he's going to play on it, he's really running the risk of like really tearing himself up. I listen. I feel like we run a system. We don't, and I've said this a couple of weeks. I
Yeah.
don't feel like we depend on a player. I feel like we run a system, and as long as you got somebody in there that's proficient in the system,
Hmm.
then we're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
let Case roll. You know, give Baker a couple of series. Let's see how he do. Keep it simple. Don't let him roll out and get his ass whooped by some outside linebacker or blitzing safety. And let's see what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really
Dude,
would like.
Pittsburgh blitz every down.
That's the problem. My problem is the team he facing. That's a team that's a really good defense, and they hate us. Like we didn't have a rivalry for a long time until last year. Turn the TV now. Okay, we didn't have a rivalry until again until last year,
Hmm.
and all the way. Okay. Um, sorry. We didn't have a rivalry again until last year, and that was when the Browns beat them in the playoffs. So before that, it was it was
Dude,
like
they was
we had a rivalry with them, but it was like, oh yeah, the Browns, yeah, we got the Browns on the schedule.
this shit ain't been no rivalry. A
That's what I
rivalry
said.
means you win sometimes and I win sometimes.
Right,
Literally for the last 20 years, they've been sunning us. Move,
right,
son.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? I
exactly.
still remember how disappointed I was. This was one of Heinz Ward's last years, and we were playing on Christmas. It was a big Christmas game between the Browns and the Steelers, and it was like, oh boy, you know the Browns gonna step up to the plate. They playing on Christmas. They about to step up to the plate. They got their ass whooped. I think the final score was like 40 something to nothing or
Mm,
something like that. They was laughing at us on the sideline,
mm,
and it was like ever since then, man, I've been like, dude, we not on the same level with this team. I mean,
mm,
we literally are just not mentally as
mm,
far as like the rivalry game. Like with a rivalry game, even in years when one of y'all is bad and one of y'all is good, the game is still good. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like when the
mm,
Dallas when Dallas plays the Washington football team now, it's always a good game because they rivals. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? Even when Dallas is good and the former Redskins are bad, they always play each other hard.
mm.
And
Well,
what
in the defensive, I'm always gonna be on the Brown side. And the Brown side, in the AFC North, like no matter how bad we played, the games that we played was always close. Like that game that you were talking about, where they scored like 38 points, I believe it was. That was like an anomaly. But they're always like really really close games. But that was because we haven't had a quarterback. No, once Baker came here, um, we won like I think it was 2 games or whatever. It was regular season games. Won one season, won another season. This year, last year we beat them, and we did we sweep them? No, they won the first game, and then we won the second game, and we beat them in the playoffs. So, and it was jaw jabbing. So I think the rivalry is kind of lightweight back as far as like between us two teams. So I think it's back. But the reason I was saying that is because
see,
as much as Baker was talking last year, that defense is not happy. So all they need to do is smell blood and hear the fact that he got an injured arm.
I'm gonna tell
if
you what the rivalry
if he
is.
gets sacked one time, I think he's done.
Possibly. I'm gonna tell you what the rivalry is.
Hmm.
The rivalry is between people from Cleveland that are Pittsburgh fans and people from Cleveland that are Browns fans. That's the rivalry.
Mhm.
Because I be about ready to fight dudes when they come to work with Pittsburgh Steelers stuff on.
Right. And
You
be like,
know, and they
why?
always, they always so like arrogant about it,
Hmm.
It's like, I don't know. It's
It's
I
like, dude,
don't
have you
know.
ever even been to Pittsburgh? Right.
Have you seen that city?
Right. It's crazy, man, because I know a lot of it came from when the Browns left. So and
Mhm.
then people chose other teams. When the Browns left, I chose another team, but I chose the Jacksonville Jaguars because they was an expansion team the same year that the Browns left. So as soon as the Browns left, the
Oh, and
Panthers
they had
and
a black coach too, right?
the Jaguars, they had Tom Coughlin.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. 'Cause I remember when they.
Um, they had so both of them started at the same time. So I chose the Jacksonville Jaguars because it was a brand new team. So but a lot of people chose the Cowboys and the Steelers. That's where that came from. And it's just, you never used to be able to see no Brown. Even if you liked the Steelers, you wouldn't put no Steelers jacket on walking nowhere. or going
Oh
to the
man.
or going to the bathroom during the game.
And then they came up with that dumbass song, Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow.
Right.
This is what I hope happens Sunday. Let's go.
with
Get
Ben's
back to
face, with Ben's face on it.
Yeah, with Ben's face on it. I ain't had time to do all the cropping and stuff to make it funny. But
Mhm.
bam!
Right.
I would have if I would have had time, I'd have put some Batman sound effects and a big wham,
Right.
bam.
Right. Pop it in again. There. That's funny.
But listen, I wouldn't be necessarily mad if they lost, but I just don't want it to be a bad loss. I don't want us to look bad again. I don't want to see drops from Beckham again. I don't want to see Baker overthrowing people that's wide open.
I don't even want to see Beckham.
Really? Are you
But
you falling out of love with him?
you know how I've been fell out of love with. I fell out of love with Beckham after his first year he was here.
What?
And, yeah, after his first year he was here, he was great because it was like a new toy. But then I got to see Beckham, and he not fit for this. I talked about this before. He not an AFC North receiver. He not a receiver that should be in the AFC North. AFC North is Hines Ward's type receivers. You need to be able to be tough, and he's not. He hasn't played a full season since he's been in the league. Not one season since he's been in the league has he played all the games. He's not.
He showed me a little bit of fire though. He caught a couple of passes and got like real hyped afterwards in the last couple of games, and I was like, okay, all right, I see you, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. And I that's what I want to see. I want to see some passion in the guy. I don't want to see you, catch it and miss it or whatever. Because dude, I don't. They gotta hear the chatter, right? I mean, the Browns players gotta hear the chatter. You gotta hear people saying, "Oh, well, you could catch the ball when you can put 3 fingers on it, but you can't catch it when you put both hands on it." You know what I mean? He gotta hear that chatter, and it gotta piss him off a little bit. If it was me, I'd be like, "Okay, watch what I do this next game." You know what I'm saying? I'm catching everything that come near me, and I think he actually tried the one play. I think he caught the ball. Like he was going out of bounds, he caught the ball and he tried to turn it. And I think he fell on his bad shoulder. And I think he ended up, like fumbling it or whatever. But that was a hell of a try. At least he tried. Like I've seen some balls be like in his range, and he'd be like, I ain't getting that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I still got that book, The Little Engine That Could. I really like that line in there too, because he tried.
He think he can.
I think Beckham is held to a higher standard for me. So Beckham considers himself one of the top 5 receivers in the NFL. He's not. He considers himself one of the top 10. Some people consider him one of the top 10 receivers in the league. That's possible and that's questionable. So maybe that's the case. If you're one of the top 10 receivers in the league, dude, it's 32 teams?
Here's how crazy that sounds.
That's
you can't be one of the top receivers unless you're playing with one of the top quarterbacks, right?
No.
I mean, does that make sense that you're a top receiver and you're not playing with one of the top quarterbacks?
I don't agree because what's his name that's with the Arizona Cardinals now? What is his name? With the Cardinals. What is his name?
Mike Williams or
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, Hopkins, yeah.
Hopkins was with the Texans. He had 5 terrible receivers in a row. I mean, quarterbacks in a row, and still was an elite receiver. I mean, he had. Who was the quarterback that we got that we ended up doing an NBA trade for him and then ended up dropping him? He had some terrible quarterbacks until he finally got a good quarterback. But you can be a great receiver on a terrible team because the good thing is you're able to. Calvin Johnson, prime example. So here's what I see. Here's people always say, "Well, back it up with stats." And I'm not. I shouldn't do an Odell Beckham hating thing, but I'm an Odell Beckham hater right now. Odell Beckham. So the New York Giants won 2 Super Bowls in a row. They drafted Odell Beckham. They didn't even make the playoffs since then.
Well,
he came. Listen now. He came to Cleveland. When he came to Cleveland, we didn't make the playoffs. He got injured. and we made the playoffs. He's not a make. An elite receiver is a make or break team type of receiver.
Oh, he
Somebody
like
that
the he like the Kyrie Irving in the
he's
NFL.
not. He's just a dude. And when people say, "Oh, he made a great catch," that's his job. What
Mm-hmm.
about those times he don't make a catch or when he don't show up? Sometimes the most important stat is your availability. What they say, the most important ability is your availability.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I'm
just get
all right.
mad at him sometimes. That's
All
all.
right. Well, predictions then. I'm gonna make this prediction. I'm gonna say Beckham has he leads receivers this game.
In this particular in the Steelers.
I'm gonna say in this Steelers game, he's either one or two in total receiving yards.
Well,
Receivers.
we only throw the two receivers because the rest of them go to tight ends and running back.
Oh, come on, we throw to Higgins, we throw to Schwartz, we throw to a lot of Peoples Jones.
So you saying number one? Well, People Jones won't be playing.
Oh, he's not
Uh-uh. So you saying number one? Are you saying in receptions or yardage or touchdowns?
yardage. Yeah.
Does that
You can't
include? Is
disagree
that
with that.
include? Is that including tight ends receiving too? And running
Yardage. Period.
Oh, yeah, I take that bet.
Okay.
I take that bet that he will
Rally
not.
Burger.
I take that. You'd be better off betting. I guarantee that he'll play 2 quarters.
I bet you.
I say. So with that bet, I'm a take that bet, and then I'm gonna put on top of that. Beckham won't play 2 full quarters in this game on Sunday.
As if he's going to get hurt.
As if he's gonna be off on the sideline. Not even necessarily like they're carrying him out on a stretcher or anything like that. Like some kind of play, then he go come out because he lost wind or something. Something stupid go happen where he just gonna be on the sideline, and you gonna see him on the sideline with no helmet on, but walking around, but like with no helmet on.
I'm gonna bet you a 10-piece Kim Wing dinner that he leads. Or
you talking about high stakes? 10-piece wing dinner from Kim's?
10-piece Kim Wings dinner.
Sauce or no sauce?
Sauce extra.
Oh,
we do fries.
Let's go.
Drop fries.
All right, what's your bet?
That Odell Beckham is gonna lead either lead receptions, receiving yards, or be number 2. I don't know.
He could be number 2 probably.
Yeah, exactly. 1 or 2. If he's 3 or below, you got some wings coming, my brother.
Okay, I'll take that bet.
Do we win this game?
Yeah, we win. Yeah, we win.
Score prediction.
I don't think Ben's that good. So as long as we don't hurt Ben enough to where another quarterback comes in and then the other quarterback beats us, I don't think they're going to score more than 14 points. Let's say I'm saying the Steelers won't score more than 17 points in this game.
Okay.
And the Browns is probably going to score. Their defense is pretty good, but I think the Browns. So I'm gonna say 30 to 17.
You know what? I think I agree with that. I think the Browns. I feel like they figured the offense out. They kind of figure out what works and what don't work. At least that's the way they looked against Denver. The offense looked great, man. It looks like every time they got the ball, I was like, they about to get in the red zone. Like literally every time they got the ball, I felt like they couldn't be stopped.
And these 10 days of rest make a difference too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we didn't.
It's like It's like what they call a mini bye.
That's
like a mini bye.
Exactly what I was going to say. The Steelers is coming off a bye week, but we kind of are coming off a mini bye. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we got everybody back. I really didn't look at the starting roster, but I feel like
I do have that information.
What's that?
I do have that information, by the way.
Okay. Do we have all the running backs back in this game?
All the running backs are back, except for Chubb is going to be playing. Johnson is going to be playing.
It's over then.
Kareem Hunt is out.
Okay, all right, but I like still Chubb and Johnson playing. Dude, it's over.
Ward,
they can't stop our run game.
Now Ward won't be playing cornerback.
Okay, that's fine.
But we still have we got the rookie cornerback who's been doing really, really good.
Yeah.
And we got what's his name, son? what is his name?
This
What's
we're having some
the comedian's name from Smokey? Not Smokey.
trouble.
What is his name? How about pouring him a hand for a dime? What's his name?
Oh, Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock's son. So we got both of them that's gonna be playing this
Okay.
particular Sunday.
Um.
Cornerback.
Yeah, I ain't scared. I ain't scary.
Mm-mm.
I feel like our defense is going to be able to hold them in check, pretty much. Next man up. I feel like our offense has kind of finally started to figure some things out. I love what we've been doing with the tight ends, man. I think the
Mm-hmm.
tight ends are going to have big games, but
Mm.
I think because of that is the reason Beckham is going to have a big game, because I feel like Pittsburgh has been looking at the tape and was like, okay, let's cover these tight ends, and it's going to open up some stuff for Odell.
Now
Now,
you know what? I think Njoku. I think Njoku's going to get in the end zone in this
yeah, and
game.
Joker's been doing good, man.
Yeah, I think he may have over 100 yards this game.
Yeah, when I first saw Njoku, I was like, okay, there's no way we're not throwing him 10 balls a game,
Mm-hmm.
right? Big chocolate Terminator right in the middle of the
Right.
field.
His
You
problem
know,
is blocking, though. His problem is he don't block. I've seen some plays, and I'm like, what did you do? Didn't walk. People didn't walk right past him, man.
mm-hmm.
So that's why he's not on the field a lot. He just don't block like he. I thought he was Mexican because I thought when somebody passed him one time, he was like, "Ole."
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel good. I actually feel good about this game. Now, when we were doing predictions, I think we predicted that this was going to be a win for the Browns. It's home, whereas not as actually a holiday. It is a big sort of party day, Halloween or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Browns fans are going to be rowdy. I think there's going to be some great Browns outfits in the
I think they're gonna be
stands.
dressed. I think they're gonna be dressed up.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I mean, like
The pumpkin heads and the Browns helmets. I mean, that shit matches, man. How much of that is you going to see in the stands on Sunday?
I think you go see vampires, zombies. I mean, I'm talking about. I really think fans are gonna dress up. How many times do you get Halloween on a Sunday, but once in every 7 years? You know what I'm saying? I think they really go dress up for this game. I think it's gonna be. I think when they pan the stadium, you go see
Yeah,
people in some crazy costumes
yeah,
throughout the stadium.
yeah.
That's
This
what I
is
think.
gonna be. This is gonna be. This is gonna be wild. Do you have tickets? Are you going?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not going.
I I got
My
a
dude
couple of
didn't
friends
call
that's
me.
going. Yeah, I got a couple of friends that's going. So
Hmm. This will
what
be the
happened?
game. This will be the game to go.
And what happened to Dame tonight? He said he was coming in.
I don't know. I'm gonna drop him a text. Did you send him a message?
A couple before the show started, and he said he was gonna be in a minute. So probably got to watching wrestling.
It probably is. That's what
You're
happened
a big
last week.
wrestling fan.
And then we have a 30-minute thing that runs for 2 hours then because we got to start over from when you get here.
Oh, wait a minute. He said he kept getting a no room message. All right. Well, maybe I could share it with him again real quick. Just give me 1 sec. Send. All right, let him know I just sent him an email again. All right, so let's look at I think I looked at Pittsburgh's record real quick before you logged in. And Pittsburgh was on a nice little losing streak, but then they kind of figured stuff out. They beat Buffalo in the first week, and I think there was some controversy there. Like something happened where they got like a penalty or something like that to help them win the game. But then they lost to Las Vegas. They lost to Cincinnati. Green Bay has been on a tear. Green Bay is probably the best team in that division right now. And then they came back and won against Denver, but Denver, is a tomato can. And then they beat Seattle, but I think they beat Seattle without Russell, right? Russell Wilson. So is Pittsburgh kind of soft this year? And I'm like, I don't know, they might be. I feel like this is not the Pittsburgh of old. You know what I'm saying? That this is a Pittsburgh team that's very beatable, even though they had a couple of wins the last couple of weeks. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think they are beatable. And I think, again, like I was saying before, I think the reason they're beatable is because of Ben and Ben's play. Ben has been throwing a lot of interceptions. Take a look at Ben's season record. And what's his passes? What is his touchdown to interception ratio? You got that?
Touchdown to interceptions.
Yeah, for this year, for 2021.
Let's see. He touched 7 women and got no. I'm just
No.
playing.
That is funny.
Let's see his season stats. 1,550 yards, 7 touchdowns, 86 overall quarterback rating. And as far as for this year, 7 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Oh, I guess it ain't as bad as I thought it was. Maybe he had fumbles too, so
not as bad as you thought it was. That's like 50-50.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
It's kind of bad.
But
but I ain't scared though. 7 touchdowns and 6 games. And what are we at? Week 5 now? No, 6.
We on week 8 coming up.
This is week 8 already?
Yeah, we're 4 and 2.
Oh wow. Man, this season is flying. We're halfway through. That's crazy. So, okay, 7 touchdowns in 8 weeks. That's not good.
You know? It's like 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at his previous seasons and
much higher.
Yeah. 30 touchdowns, 28 touchdowns, 21 touchdowns, 32 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So if we're halfway through the season, he's on a pace to score a blistering 14 touchdowns. 14 touchdowns in 16 games. Yikes.
Right.
Versus 8 interceptions.
That's right.
It's on a blistering pace. So yeah,
he's on a blistering pace.
So I am not scared of this team at all. I don't think any Browns fans are. I feel like this is going to be a nice win. I feel like downtown is going to be bonkers, man. I wish I had made some plans for to be somewhere downtown because I know everything is going to be jumping down there. This after the game is over with, 4 o'clock. Downtown is going to be.
And against Pittsburgh of all teams,
yeah.
Like the people are like, it's people that have the mentality of like, look, I don't care what we do, I want to win the division and I want to smash Pittsburgh twice. That's all they care about doing. Look, if we could do that, or if we don't win the division, did we beat Pittsburgh twice? Yeah, I'm good.
I found that old Bro Folks with Jokes special that we did, and you were telling some Brown jokes in there, and you were like, you said something I don't care about. Every Browns fan every year think we gonna go 21-0.
And the only thing we do is wait for our Super Bowl, which is the draft.
Right. You said something about because this is an old tape.
I like Kellen Winslow. I like Kellen Winslow. He about to catch the ball, throw the ball. He about to get a touchdown. He about to slide in the end zone. Coach, he about to do everything. I remember that.
So crazy, man. So I'm just looking forward to the game, man.
I like the fact of with the Browns, at least we are competing again.
Yeah,
that's what's exciting for me. And that's as a side note, just a plug for the Cavs. The Cavs look really good, bro. Like surprisingly, they playing the Lakers tonight at 11, and I kind of can't wait to see that game. They look really good. Like the Cavs look really good. It's surprisingly good. So, just as a side note, if you get a chance to catch a game, man, just watch them. They won the night before last in Denver with our bigs. Like our bigs was good, and then our smalls was playing really good. Yeah. But then yesterday when they played like that was against the Nuggets, which was a really good team, and then they played the Clippers last night, and our small team won, and not the big. So like they win it in a couple different ways, man. So just FYI.
You really can't start counting wins and losses in the NBA until after about 30 games.
No, everybody's serious. Everybody's serious right now.
Yeah, you really can't look at wins and losses until after about maybe 20, 30 games because teams is figuring out rosters and rotations and everything. You know what I mean? And even if the Cavs are good, they're gonna run into either the Avengers with the Nets or the Justice League with, with the Lakers.
They're gonna run into to either DC or Marvel. One of the two.
Right. One of them super teams gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lakers have been losing, but they ain't even worried about it.
Hey, that's funny. He said they're gonna run into either the Justice League or they're gonna run it the Avengers. Right now, they Lex Luthor. Let them do all their little damage right now. Let them do all their damage. But here come Batman.
Right. Yeah, because the Lakers have looked like garbage, and they gonna figure it out. They got way too much talent to keep losing games. So it ain't gonna keep happening.
Yeah, and they just added what's his name too. Oh my God, they
added somebody else.
Yeah, they added what's his name? He used to play with Oklahoma City. OKC.
Okay.
With
point guard.
With him and remember him and Durant used to play with Oklahoma City. You know what I'm talking about the two.
I suck at point guards.
He plays a whole game and never sits down.
Okay.
Last year he played for he was on Washington's. I was about to say the Washington Redskins. You can't even say that. And that's a football team. He was on Washington last year. I can't think of that. Anyway,
did I use my pictures? I don't know if I used my pictures this week. I talked about this kid, but I don't even think I put his picture up, man. Go ahead, Ernest. Yeah, that's a poster right there. And I don't think I used Case's picture. What's up, Case? Do your thing. I didn't know. I don't know why I thought Case Keenum was a young quarterback. I didn't realize he's been on like 3 or 4 different teams. He's basically a vet, nice vet.
He took the Vikings to the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly, man. So other pictures.
He ain't no slouch. And one thing he said too, which was deep, he was like, man, I'm used to being ready. He said if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
There you go.
I'm used to walking in the huddle sometimes and introducing myself in the huddle and playing the game. He said, so I'm always ready to go whenever my number is called. So I was like, that's how you do it.
So this is what the article was on Baker today, or at least yesterday. Baker Mayfield looking good in Thursday's practice, and then you see him throwing the ball there. So I just hope that there's actually a receiver out there. I feel like the receivers are probably on the other side of him.
That look like a Photoshop football.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Probably was throwing a hot dog.
Right. Beer here. Right. Put a football in the picture. And then of course we got Big Dog.
Oh, he got the flu.
Does he? Yeah, he blowing his nose with the terrible towel. Get that COVID towel out of here. So I'm just ready, man. I mean, like I said, I really haven't been this excited about the Browns in a minute. It took a lot for me to get into them last year because I kept waiting for it to collapse, right? I kept waiting for that moment where you get your hopes up and then they just
browns it up.
Yeah, browns it up. And they kind of did against KC because they had a chance to win that game. I mean, the Browns literally could have been in the Super Bowl last year because they had a chance to win that game. They came out and punched KC right in the mouth. They was winning a game and then just couldn't hold the ball at the end for a drive. Like if they would have, pushed for a final drive instead of giving the ball back to old boy, who knows what could have happened.
They're still learning how to close games.
Yeah.
So they've recently closed some games. Like in last year, they actually closed some games last year. Right. And they closed some games. But they still learning because you see some games like when they had Kansas City this year. Same thing. They had Kansas City by their throat. Then next thing you know, it's like they couldn't believe. It was like they couldn't believe they was in the lead or something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Chubb is fumbling, and then the kicker did what the kicker did with the punt, and then it was just like 4 crazy things in a row that a team that closes games wouldn't do.
Same
So,
thing with the Chargers. There's no way the
mm-mm,
Chargers should have won that game. You know what
mm-mm,
I'm saying? We should have won that game going away. Now they had some help from the referees, but
they
still
sure
we
did.
had 2 possessions at the end of that game where we should have been able to either hold the ball and run the clock out,
Hmm.
or we should have been able to drive down and score again because we had been scoring easily on that team the whole game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were exhausted. We was running the ball all over their ass,
Hmm.
and for whatever reason, we decided to try to throw the
And
ball.
imagine in
Crazy.
that fourth quarter if we'd have put DeEarnest in a fresh
Ah,
DeEarnest at that time.
dude. How
That would have
much
been
flack?
crazy.
Listen, how much flack is the coach gonna get if we are having, Chubb and Hunt needing some rest, but we're not putting Darnus in? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I think the fans want to literally see all 3 of these guys.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I think there's a case to be made that you can run triple backfield. Shit, why not? You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Pick your poison. At least put 2 of those guys out there and met like a Y formation or something. I
Hmm.
love our fullback. Dude,
No,
our fullback is a
I
beast.
loved him. I love that. I love his
Yeah,
attitude
old
and
school
everything.
football. Put a fullback in there that's
Hmm.
gonna punch somebody in the mouth, and let's play some just old school smash mouth football. A couple
Hmm.
of times they got fourth downs during that direct handoff to the fullback and
Hmm.
just letting him, run through the line for like 2 or 3 yards.
Hmm.
Love it. Dude, every
Hmm.
time they did that, I was like, okay, we back to playing football.
Right.
None of these trick plays. I flip it and you flip it and then I throw it and then
That's
you
what I get so mad at. I want us to just play straight up football. I don't want
right.
no like the trick plays is cool every now and then, but don't let your game plan be about trick plays. You should run a
Yeah.
trick play if you get into a 4th and 2 scenario. Hey, what if we do this? Or a goal line scenario. Hey, what if we do this? Or it's the end of the first half. You got 1 play left. It shouldn't be part of your 2nd and 5.
Right.
I don't want to see a trick play. Like we can beat these teams heads up, heads up. Like let's put our
Right.
offensive line against your defensive line, and offensive linemen like to block for running more than they like to block for passing. They like to move forward more than they like backing up.
Okay. I can agree
So,
with that. I feel like a trick play to me should only be ran if maybe you trying to catch them early in the game.
uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch them off guard, or you just losing real bad and you just trying to have some fun and just like, let's run a trick play, see if we
Mhm.
can, scarf some bullshit. Let's do the hook and ladder.
Right, right, right. Right.
Yeah, and but you shouldn't be running it as just part of your regular offense.
Uh-uh.
That shit is crazy,
Mm-mm.
So, but I like the way this feels, man. I don't feel
Mhm.
like didn't the Pittsburgh lose Juju for the rest of the year.
He gone. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure who they passing to right now, receiver wise.
They got Deontay Johnson, which is nice. They had Claypool.
Oh yeah,
Something.
Claypool is good.
Yeah, he's that long threat. It's
Hmm.
Claypool. He destroyed us a couple times. We had nobody that could check him. Um, but the problem is Ben can't throw the ball that far and like that anymore. So his speed, being able to get to a certain point, he can't. Claypool can't. It's null and void because Ben can't. I don't know if he could throw past the 40-yard pass. Like I don't know if he could throw past the 30
Nah,
yard
they
pass.
wouldn't have him in the game if he couldn't throw 30 yards, dude.
I don't
Shit,
think
I'm
he
telling you,
can.
the kids can throw 30 yards. Shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would put him in the game. I don't think you think Tomlinson will really put a quarterback in that can't throw the ball 30 yards.
I don't think they have anybody to replace him. They played him. They played old Helmet Head. He ain't do. He ain't did nothing. I mean, what's his name?
Bam! Bam! I love that.
He just lying. He supposed to join, but it was over. We still going.
Mhm. Oh, he did he text back?
Liar.
All right, if he pops in, we'll go a few more minutes, man. But I guess we almost at an hour, man. I think we've covered a lot. I was really mad after that Cardinals game, And I'm so happy we had that Thursday game. Because if I would have had to wait until Sunday, I think I would have been like pissed like the whole week. You know what I mean? And I was just going into Thursday like whatever, they probably gonna lose this game too. And I was really, really pleasantly surprised. So
Mm-hmm.
we really needed that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we would have I think it would have really killed momentum if we had lost 2 games in a row. Especially if we had lost badly. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really love that they stepped up to the plate Thursday. And let's see if they could do it again this week, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I think they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
You
that'll
know?
be nice, man. And then we'll start, and then let's start building so let's get into a rhythm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we can start, and then feeling good, not having question marks when we run into games. I want to feel like the
Yeah.
same way I did before the season started. Like, hey, we could beat these dudes. I'm having some question marks on some teams now. You know what I mean?
Like
Uh,
who? Oh,
look,
I see.
what was that? Was it Las Vegas? The Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
Them boys is dangerous, and they they down the line. We'll be facing them soon.
Yeah, yeah. You bring up a good point. I'm pulling up the second half of the season here, and let me see if I can share this real quick. We'll look at it real quick because we went over the season before, and we kind of had a nice little um, talk about who the Browns could beat and who they can't.
Hmm.
And I feel like we covered. Let me see if I'm sharing the right one here. Yeah, I think this is it here. Okay. So we got Pittsburgh coming up here on the 31st. Then
Hmm.
we got Cincinnati after that.
They dangerous too.
We got a soft New England team. I think we
Yes.
could beat them.
Yeah.
Detroit can't beat,
Mm-mm.
an egg right now.
Long as everybody watch their kneecaps so they don't get bit off or
What happened there?
the coach was talking about we're gonna bite your kneecaps. You ain't never see that interview,
Nah, bite your kneecaps.
dude. That's like one of the most viral introductory
Serious.
press conferences. You got a Dan Campbell bite kneecaps. Let's pull it up. Just type it in and see if you see it. Just type it in Google. Dan Campbell bite kneecaps. It's only like 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll pull it up. But then we got a tough Baltimore back to back. I'm not looking forward to that.
Hmm.
We got a tough Las Vegas team. We got a tough Green Bay team. Pittsburgh again, and then Cincinnati again. So,
That's Vegas. See how dangerous that gets? It all looked good at the beginning of the season.
yeah.
But that Cincinnati is tough. I think I still think we can beat them. But Joe Flacco.
Oh boy,
That boy is nice. We can beat New England.
man. Oh,
We can
okay.
beat Detroit. I
Yeah,
think we could take one of them ones from Baltimore. We always play Baltimore tough. I'm hoping we can get the one at home first.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Las Vegas
um,
didn't they lose their coach? Like, is
yeah,
that the one that had the racist coach or whatever?
yeah. John Gruden.
Yeah, you know.
Mm.
But then Green Bay, I
And
think
they've
we
been
all
and Vegas been playing better since Gruden left.
serious. Wow.
Yeah, Derek Carr been playing like lights out ever
Yeah,
since Gruden left.
we knew Green Bay was going to be tough, but I think we were predicting that we could probably beat Pittsburgh and maybe Cincinnati twice. So we'll see, man. I mean, it looks a little tougher than I thought before the season started. Oh, and hold on, we got Dame trying to pop in here for a second.
So man, thanks for having me on, man. Let's have a good night, man. And let's
There he is. What's up, big homie? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. You hear me?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah, I can hear you.
Sound like that wrestling match ended.
I won. I'm the new champion.
Where you at? Where you at? You down tailgating already? You trying to
No,
hurry
no,
up and get in the Muni lot?
I'm doing that in the morning, but I'm out here at get something to eat. We took the kids Halloween shopping. I'm out here at Corks and something on Mayfield.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. The Cork's place, Cork's and
Yeah,
Lenny's or
Corks
something
over
like
here
that.
by the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They
That's
got good.
that's that new seafood spot.
No, they got pizza. They get pizza in there.
Yeah, pizza. They wings
Okay.
real good too. They got like Greek wings. That's what I came up here for.
Mm-hmm.
Greek wings.
Mm-hmm.
Greek wings, yeah.
Okay. what's that? Wings with gyro meat on them or something?
Well, no, yeah, gyro seasoning and then like ziki sauce, so you dip it in, but they good. It's good.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go. Turn up. Shout out.
Right.
So ask them if they want to sponsor our show.
I'm gonna do that.
Well, we were just going over the last half of the schedule, man, because just to recap, we were talking about this week being a huge roller coaster ride because we didn't expect to lose that bad against the Cardinals, but we didn't expect to do that good against Denver. You know what I'm saying? So which team is the real Browns team? And we feel like going into Pittsburgh that we got a good chance to beat them.
I was disappointed with the Denver game for real.
Really?
I was.
Well, what you thought we should have beat them worse?
You wanted more points, didn't you?
I did.
More points
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wanted at least.
You missed a 30-point man. The Browns should be getting 35 points every game.
I want 30 every game. I want them to at least go for it. You know what I'm saying? They played a real safe game last week.
Yeah. They were playing the clock last week. You know, when we got to that last quarter, we could have scored again.
Well, we should have.
Yeah.
See,
I think they followed the game plan based on who they had at quarterback and didn't know what they were going to get out of Case Keenum. So it was safer for them to, we know we got them on the running game. Let's run the ball and then let them pass the ball and just stay safe. So I think that's what the plan was. And then after the game was going so well, they just stuck with the plan.
Yeah, but they should have scored again. But I definitely think that after watching Case Keenum play, Baker is really kind of his numbers is a victim of play calling because they called the same game with Case. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, Baker is he just playing within the system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like they did all of the rollouts that they normally do with Baker.
Well, yeah, because Baker I think a little bit more athletic than Case.
Definitely got a stronger arm.
More drop back, but it was still like check down passes and you know what I'm saying, relying real heavy on the run game.
Hey, nickel and dime in a cloud of dust. I love it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it get the win.
A lot of passes to tight ends too. So that's game stuff.
So
he was hitting them too, man. He was like really accurate. I love what he was doing. Like it's like on those timing plays when somebody turns around and that ball has to be there. Dude, some of those timing plays were beautiful, man.
Everybody was like right on point except Odell.
Stop it.
Yeah. Hey, Odell, he I'm losing faith, man. I know he really ain't he ain't really back from the injury yet. At least that's what they're saying, but you can't be dropping them fourth down passes. Like we relying on you.
I made a bet with Sleep. I got 10 wings with hot sauce.
I'm about to have some wings next week. He about to tell you why. No, go ahead.
I got 10 wings with sauce on the line. I predicted that Odell is going to be either number 1 or number 2 in receptions yardage this game.
Odell?
Yeah. He's going to have a big game this game.
I think he could be number 2, but I don't think he's going to be number 1 in yardage.
I think he's going to be number 3 this game.
Okay.
Like
I would take 3. He ain't even been in the top 3 the last few games.
Yeah. Oh, you mean throughout the league? I thought you meant on the team, not the league.
On the team. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna have a breakout game this game. I feel like if there's a chance for him to have a breakout game, this one is it.
You know what? Pittsburgh got a real good defense, man.
Y'all keep saying that, but I don't see it.
Yeah, they got a that's the only thing that's keeping them alive is their defense.
Yeah, and they're really not alive because what they won 1 game so far.
No, they won more than 1.
They won 3 games.
3? Okay.
But it's not like they keeping teams from scoring. They won 23-16. They lost and allowed 26. They lost allowed 24. They lost allowed 27.
Yeah, they haven't allowed 30 points yet.
All right, I guess that's something. But
yeah.
I think Emily may have more yards receiving.
Emily?
Baker's wife. Then Odell.
What do you?
Odell.
Go ahead, Odell. What?
Odell, he got to catch, man. If he can't make them if he can't make the big catches, what's the point?
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Dame. I feel like he's a good receiver. I feel like he's a great receiver. All that kind of stuff. I don't feel like he's right for us because of the fact if you that great, that means you're the best person on the team. When we need you to catch the ball, you need to catch the ball. And if you're not able to catch the ball, we could have had anybody out there.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That's man.
At this
Oh my
point right
God,
now,
that felt so good.
At this point right now, I
Did
wouldn't
you
be
burp?
surprised if we traded Odell for Deshaun Jackson because he's trying to get out of the Rams.
That would be a great deal. Deshaun ain't gonna let himself come here though.
No, nobody wants to come here. Nobody wants to
Well, I
come
don't
here.
know. We're a winning team now. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
It's
We're winning team.
cold and
He
Cleveland ain't no
played in
party
Philly.
city. Huh?
He played in Philly. He used to the cold.
I know.
I would
but
love for
Cleveland
him to
ain't no
come here.
party city, man.
If he said yes to coming here, dude, it's a wrap for years.
I mean,
wait a minute, what?
No. It would be we would only get him. We would get him for the season. We would have him for one season.
You feel like we one player away from
If he come here and win the championship, he gonna stay.
Yes. So did J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith wasn't the star. J.R. Smith wasn't the LeBron of the team. I'm talking about when he come here, he gonna be the dude. If you look, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. This is Cleveland. These the Browns. If you're a quarterback and you come here and you take the Browns to the Super Bowl and you win a Super Bowl, ain't nothing greater than that in this city.
Oh no.
You never want to leave.
You thinking of Deshaun Watson, man? We talking about Deshaun Jackson, the receiver.
Oh, I'm thinking Deshaun Watson.
They wouldn't trade us no damn Deshaun Watson for no damn OJ.
You see how big my eyes got when you said Deshaun?
You was like, it's a wrap.
That's the wrong Deshaun. I thought you were talking about Deshaun off St. Clair.
No.
That's Deshaun Everson you thinking about.
Right. My homie.
That's my mailman.
Yeah, no. Deshaun Jackson, man. Deshaun Jackson. Tito brother.
Yeah. I don't think we need Deshaun Jackson. The only reason I say I don't think so is because we got that rookie that got that same speed and catching ability.
Yeah. Schwartz, but I'm saying if we was because he want to get out of the Rams, right? Mm-hmm. He got a 1-year contract. We trying to get from up under Odell if he don't pan out. If he not gonna make no catches.
I don't want him either. He don't play. My problem with Odell is that he ain't available. Deshaun ain't an available wide receiver either. He gonna come here and do the same thing.
But when Deshaun in the game, he catch.
It's the same thing.
He don't drop no passes. He play a lot more than Odell.
I agree. He do. He go catch the ball.
And he play a lot more games than Odell have played in these last 3 to 4 years.
No, I had Odell and and Deshaun Jackson last year, and I ain't never see Deshaun. That was when he was with Philly. Remember?
Right, because Philly sucked. But you see what he was doing this year. That's why he mad. Ain't nobody gonna unseat Landry from being our number 1 receiver.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's him.
He should be a receiver here for life. Like it shouldn't even be no. Now who we go keep? No. Anytime his contract come up, we need to sign him. He's bigger than just a receiver on this team. He mean a whole lot more to the Browns than just playing receiver.
I feel the whole reason. Like for real, he the whole reason that we got a winning mentality. Because when he walked in the door.
Mm-hmm.
We let it be known we not lose. We not gonna have no loser mentalities. I don't care what the hell going on.
Right.
I feel like Baker ain't looking for him though as much. He's looking for Peoples Jones and Higgins.
It's the system.
Yeah.
Because playing that. He playing Jarvis playing that and that he playing that. What's that? Not the ends. He playing that in the
slot.
In the slot. He playing
him in the slot right now.
Right. Which also tight ends play in the slot. So with them running this 12 type of system, it's really going to the tight ends first.
Right.
And so by the time he's in the route tree, he's a lot lower in the route tree than the number 1 receiver, the tight end. He's like just above the running back, which is that that fallout in case everything else in the play go wrong. So he's really third on the route tree.
Yeah, because if you notice, a lot of our passing plays, our tight ends are the number 1 receivers. Mm-hmm. And then they check down to our receivers.
Yep.
Because it's all working. Most of it is working off of play action because you're so worried about somebody running because our offensive line is manhandling every team we play.
Yeah.
Anybody can get back there and run.
Tell them that.
And it's easy for a tight end to chip block and get behind the linebacker with the quickness.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's the
Or do
reason they
that, or
stacked
do
up.
that, or do that fake like they blocking and then release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you who is gonna have a big game this week as we speaking on tight ends.
Njoku.
Njoku.
I said that too. I said that
Yep.
earlier. I said I think he gonna get a touchdown, and he might get close to 100 yards. He might have I don't think he gonna get 100. I think he might get like 98, 97.
I think he gonna have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think he get one.
I'll take
I
that.
think he get a cheap one, and he gonna burn them for like a 60 to 70 yard play.
So what do you think in final score? Sleep said 30-17 Browns.
That's what I said. Yeah.
30-17 Browns. I mean, that sounds good, but knowing them, if they get up, the only way that it would be 30-17 is if we already at 30 and they just struggling. You know what I'm saying? Because the Browns, what I noticed they do is they take the foot off the gas.
I hate that. They play that prevent defense. I don't know why every coach that come here at some point, except for what's his name? He the only one that didn't play prevent. The one that they made the head coach for a little bit.
You talking about not Kitchens?
He was working with Kitchens. Yeah, Kitchens was.
Yeah. I know you talking about.
He was out. You know what? He didn't have the personnel, but his defenses was always. He was hitting folks like they tackled.
Yeah,
they tackled the ball. They went after the ball.
Yeah, because he pay under the table. That's why he got in trouble in New Orleans.
He sure did.
Look, Bounty Gate.
And I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, man, let that man pay under the table, man. Y'all go to y'all go to Corky's, meet up at Corky's and get some pizza with some cash in it.
That happy little elf behind you can't be no cheater, man. We can't be
doing Dana White do that all the time in UFC. Hey, knock this dude out. I give you $50,000.
Right.
Knock out of the night.
Yeah, I can see the score though. I can see it being more like, close to 30. I hope the Browns hit 30 because I want them to hit 30 every week.
Yeah.
But probably like 24-14, 28-17, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like they got a rhythm. I feel like Baker got something to prove.
Yeah.
They said I had pulled this article up earlier. I didn't pull the actual article up, but the picture. They say Baker is looking good in practice, but that is practice. Sleep actually said they photoshopped the ball in the picture.
Look at that spiral.
Just throwing a hot dog.
Hey, man. I think because we play in Pittsburgh though, I would see now. This is how we gonna get to 28. Baker gonna go for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Oh no, he ain't gonna throw that much.
When he played Pittsburgh and when he played Baltimore, he had some of his best games.
Okay.
And the Cincinnati, when he played in our division, he shows out.
Okay.
But everybody, then he gets.
We got a 3-headed monster in the backfield right now, though. I don't think he's gonna throw for more than 250.
They gonna stuff the box though.
Yeah,
that's what Pittsburgh do.
Don't forget
what's
the name ain't playing this week.
Not against us. That don't work.
I think they're gonna have 30, and the way they're gonna get 30 is they're gonna score 21 points, and then they're gonna score. It's gonna be 3 field goals.
Yeah,
3 field goals.
Hey,
it's about time. It's about time for the defense to chip one in.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if everybody predictions come in. So you're predicting a defensive touchdown. I'm predicting a big game for Odell. And what's like a just off the wall prediction from you, Sleep? What do you think gonna happen in the game?
3 field goals, just field goals, with no touchdowns, not extra points, but just 3 field goals in the game for the Browns.
For the Browns, okay. All right, well that's it, man. We at an hour. You guys want to keep going, or you want to go get in your Greek wings?
Yeah, I'm about to get these Greek wings. I got the whole family waiting in the car.
I'm about to go up there and get some of Dave's Greek wings.
Yep. Hey, listen, brothers,
come on up here. I'll be here for like 3 more minutes.
By the time I log off, you're gonna be like, "All right, y'all, let's go."
Left some sauce drops in the driveway.
I'm gonna be driving past him on Mayfield like, I can see you, Dad.
Yo, I'm gonna be going past like.
Well, listen, brothers, we still didn't come up with a name for the show, so we still got to figure that out.
Brown to the bone.
Browns to the bone.
Brown to the bone.
Oh, you just thinking about them chicken wings right now.
Well, you want them well done.
Yeah, well done. Yo. Well done, Brown. There we go.
Flats, no drums.
Oh, here come the police. All right, y'all.
Yeah. All right.
No
Do your
playing.
thing. I'm about to say, man. Don't
He
mess
said,
around.
I didn't say we was paying for the wings.
Ah.
I just ordered them.
I'm glad you got them too, man, because it was a chicken shortage.
Yeah. My job to eat, they job to try and get paid.
It's all the game. We're gonna see who wins.
Well, let's come back next week, then, man, and review the game and see what happens, man. I think the Browns come away with a nice little W. We got a couple of W's lined up, so let's see how they do. And we come back next week and review it again. What y'all think?
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what side of town you moved on, man? We still over here?
Oh, I'm back down the way now. I'm up on Superior.
White people, that mean he live in East Cleveland.
Yeah, on the border. Yeah.
You're like close.
Back down in the hood for y'all, keeping it good.
He like not quite. He like not quite sure, but Glenville.
Yeah. Oh. The prestigious Glenville area.
That's right.
The story.
Right.
Yeah.
My dude.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for having me. Y'all have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay healthy.
All right.
You too, man.
Thank everybody for listening, whoever listened, and we'll be back next week.
Absolutely. All right, y'all.